Hey guys, Icebreaker here. Today we're going to take a look at the most effective upgrade path that you can take while upgrading your accounts. So what I mean by this is what things should you upgrade and when and in what order. So we're going to just jump straight into it. First thing you should always upgrade as soon as you have the XP is of course the headquarters. Now, I know in some games like Clash of Clans and things like that, rushing your HQ or your town hall and stuff can lead to worse matchmaking and stuff. You don't need to worry about that in Boom Beach. Matchmaking isn't based on your HQ level, so there's literally no disadvantage to upgrading your HQ as soon as you have the XP to do so. In fact, it's actually a bonus because you unlock new troops, new defenses, new levels in your armory, all that kind of stuff. So always do the HQ as soon as you can. Okay, then up next we have the Sculptor. Now the reason why we jump straight into the Sculptor is because that extra statue, whether you're playing all greens if you're farming your way or if you're going all offensive, whichever playstyle is you're choosing to take advantage of, that extra statue is going to be huge. Every time you get the opportunity to get a new statue, you should be doing so straight away. Okay, and then after the Sculptor, we're going to be doing the Armory. Now, obviously this is a no-brainer. When you unlock your new Armory, you get new levels in your troops and stuff. I know the next question is going to be, well, what do you upgrade first in the Armory? Always do your favorite troops first. So if you're somebody who uses warriors to clear the map, do warriors first, followed by all the gunboat abilities and stuff that support that. So for warriors, you're going to be looking at doing flares, smokes, shocks and critters first, and then do everything else in the armory. If you're a tank player, you'd obviously do tanks first, and then maybe medics if you're using T-Med, followed by barrage, artillery, shocks, things that help your preferred troop combo. Okay, so up next we have got gunboats and landing craft. Not all of these upgrades are going to be huge because sometimes you don't get that extra troop that you use. So not every upgrade gives an extra tank, or not every upgrade gives an extra warrior, for example. That being said, the landing craft grind is a real grind, and if you let them fall behind, what you'll find is later on in the game is that you need those extra troops, but your landing crafts are all going to have like 2 or 3 upgrades left to do on them, which is going to take even longer. So always do these. Don't ever let them fall behind because you'll pay for it later. After the gunboats and landing craft, then we're going to be going onto the radar. Now this is obviously to open up more of the map. The more of the map that you can see, the better. The more player bases you're going to find, and eventually you'll get tribes as well. After the radar, you're going to be doing your storages and your vault. I would personally do vault first because obviously that little bit of extra protection does help. But if any time during the upgrade process, say for example you were doing your Sculptor, but you didn't have enough space in your storages to hold enough loot to pay for the Sculptor upgrade, then you would obviously do the storages first, then go back and do the Sculptor, and then the vault. Up next we have production buildings. You can do this one now, or you can do it next, which would be last. Kind of doesn't really matter. The next two are by far the lowest ranking things you should be focusing on, in my opinion. With production things, you're never going to produce enough loot for the most expensive upgrades anyway, so wasting resources on them is kind of counterproductive in my opinion. So you can choose whether to do these now or do them last. It doesn't really matter. And the last thing on the list is, of course, defenses. Once again, you're not going to protect and save up enough loot over the space of, say, a week to pay for the most expensive upgrades, because you're going to get raided multiple times in that period of time anyway, no matter what level your defense is or your production buildings are. It doesn't matter. So do them last. Everything else in the list is obviously way more important. It's going to have way more benefit to you in the long run. If at any point throughout the upgrade cycle you end up having enough XP to go on to the next HQ level, you would then start the list again back to the HQ as soon as you can. Sculptor, Armory, Gunboats and Landing Craft, etc, etc. Okay guys, so yeah, that's pretty much how I always answer the question of what should I upgrade first. Obviously it's entirely up to you how you do it. This is how I've built all of my accounts up to max level. Have a go, try it out, see what you think. Let me know in the comments if you are doing it a different way. Make sure you smash that like and subscribe, guys. I'll catch you next time. Peace.